out in the town.
Here we go. Hey, we're off, and welcome to the Freaking After Dark show with my good friend Guido, sending his love pictures to my friend. Yeah, Showdown. That's for Showdown, just for Showdown, right there. He enjoys that kind of thing. He's into gay
And
porn,
that's his.
and it makes him wood. It gives him wood. He was complaining about it because I know he loves it, and he was
Yeah,
just kind of putting up a front like criminals do,
he has
saying that, oh, what do you got that gay shit up for? What do you got the gay shit up for? Yeah, the gay
I wouldn't
man.
have that.
Yeah.
Bruce, or I mean, Shadow Boxer. Listen, it's it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. I know it's bad for the
Well,
criminals, but it's,
I know.
Is it okay for two men to hug, or does it have to be a bro hug?
just go with the flow, bro.
Yeah.
Why you
Oh,
got to do that, man? What's that all? What's this all about?
What's what all about?
Why you gotta do that, man? Why you gotta do
All right,
that?
so this gay guy walks into a bar,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and there's this monkey sitting on the fucking on the stool, and the gay guy goes to the bartender, "Hey, what's with the monkey on the stool here?" He says, watch this." The bartender goes, slaps that monkey all the way to the fucking floor. Because the monkey gets up, goes around back, and gives him a blowjob. The fucking monkey comes back, sits on the stool. The gay guy goes, "That's amazing. What the hell?" And the bartender says, "You wanna try it?" The guy goes, "Sure. You just don't have to slap me that hard, all right?"
See that right here? This is the former governor
The former governor of New
of New
York.
York. If you see right there, see those nipple rings right there? One there and one there. That's a freak right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. But more power to him. Get your nipples pierced. I don't give a shit. You
He
know?
got his nipples pierced? Did he really? I can't see.
Look at it right there.
Yeah, maybe he did. Yeah, I think he's gay.
Oh, I'm Andrew Cuomo. Hey, I'm
Let's see.
Italian. I didn't touch that girl.
Wild Bill from Silence of the Lambs had his nipples pierced too.
Wild Bill did?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
In Silence of the Lambs, yeah.
There's my buddy. There's my buddy there's Mr. Joe Tallybaden. Tallybaden.
That's one great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the best, man. He's not on the take either, man. He's on the up and up.
Oh
He,
yeah,
oh
everybody loves
yeah,
him.
he looks
You
like
Those
the
know, hey.
Joker. He could play
those
the Joker on Batman. Look at that smile.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he could play
Oh,
Joker on the Batman.
those
Yeah,
that's
border
what
guards are
they
mean to the.
voted him in because they love him.
those
They love
border
him.
patrol agents
Did you know
were
that those border mean with them horses?
they're lucky
Yeah.
they didn't shoot him. That would have
Fucking
been a sight to see.
yeah.
Just shoot him.
That- but
Boom,
that's
boom, boom.
terrible. Terrible that he didn't back his people, his
No, he
fucking.
ain't gonna back
You know,
nobody. Not a cop. He ain't gonna back a cop. Every cop is fucking uh, uh, is all fucked up. I mean, even our border patrol, who gets paid to do what they do, and have been doing it for more than
mhm.
100 years, and he's
Right,
still gonna give them shit.
right.
I tell you what, I give the guy kudos. He's got balls. He's
Yeah.
got balls, man. I mean, anybody. I mean, what would happen, literally? What would happen if the border patrol said, "That's it, we're on strike, hostile environment, fuck you,"
Well,
and they all walk
how
off the
come?
fucking job?
Yeah, I just want to know why the border to Mexico's open, but the border to Canada is completely closed.
Oh no, that's it's because all the liberals from Canada came down here already. They don't need to do anymore.
Right, right.
No, we got to have all the foreigners come into our country so that they can be future Democrats. because he knows that someday they're going to have that fucking law where they're going to say everybody gets a green card. Everybody can vote. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, whether you're an American citizen or not, you can vote. And
Welcome
that's
to
what it's
Disneyland.
all about. Welcome to Disneyland. Thank you very much. Good answer. Good answer right there.
That's exactly what it is. It's right.
That's
'Cause
exactly what it
Canadians
is.
have
They
their own political mind.
they want their
Where
fuck, you know, and you know, and the where are all the Hispanic people seriously that struggled and busted their ass to become American citizens here, and those who served our country and then became naturalized citizens of the United States? What about them guys who had to bust their ass to get it, and now you're going to just give it away?
right. Those are not real citizens, you know, those ones that did their best there and did everything by the book. They don't care about that because those people are free thinking Americans and are here legally, so they can see what's going on and they can vote with their own mind instead of voting because I'll get you in this country if you vote for me. You know, I mean, there's a big difference there.
Oh yeah, big difference. And what does he care? Well, I mean, really, seriously, by the time those people become able to vote, he'll be dead.
Yeah.
It's just like with global warming. By the time this planet is destroyed by global warming, okay, we'll all be fossil fuel.
I know.
We'll all be dead. We'll all be long gone. We will be like a fond memory by the time that happens. We won't even be a fond memory by then. That'll be fifth generation down the fucking road. What the hell? You know?
You know what? You know what else sucks about the world now? Is right here. From this view right here, you can't tell me if that's a man or a woman.
It's Farrah Fawcett.
Is that Farrah Fawcett?
It is Farrah Fawcett. But anyways, that's good. That's good, Scab Knee.
Knee Scab?
Oh yeah, I said it backwards. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't insult him like that, man. It's Knee Scab, God damn it. You know I got his knee scab, don't you?
That's
you know
Farrah Fawcett. That's
Farrah Fawcett. Yeah.
He got that name Knee Scab when he was an altar boy.
Yes, he did. Yes, he was a choo-choo on the carpet. Yes, sir, Bob. Playing the top hits in this top town that a top boss told me to play.
Dude, hey. I was playing soccer one time on the pavement on the blacktop at Sunday school, and I skid marked to the bone on my knee one day. Oh, I slid and skid marked my knee to the bone.
That happened to me on the basketball court one time. Somebody slam dunked on me, and I skid marked my underwear though. But you know, it was the same. You know,
same principle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much behind it. Yeah.
No, I'm not even close because it took me months to heal. Your shit could wash right off in the gym locker room.
No,
the other boys.
I do that shit
the other boys can watch you. See, they can watch you clean your bum.
When you spread your ass cheeks to fucking clean back there, they all went, ooh.
That's back when that's back to wash laundry.
And then you can either wash your drawers or you can throw them in the trash where I used to.
Did you ever do that before? I've had to cut my underwear off in a restaurant once before. I was on a date, and yeah, it happened. And I tried to get to the bathroom and done. So I had to cut my underwear off in the restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah, I've sharded before.
With what? What'd you use? Your teeth?
I ripped that shit, and then I always carry a little pocket knife like this big on my keychain, you know, and
just for these occasions, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Brother T, get to your left of your camera because I can't see you. Guido, you're good because you're on the left. Yeah, there you go, Mr. T.
I'm just
Mr. T. What do I look like? I pity the fool. I pity the fool. Is that what I look like? Do I look like? Oh, hey, that's something we could talk about. Dog Chapman is now going after that Brian guy that killed his girlfriend up in fucking the Grand Tetons,
Right.
and he's missing, and he went hiding in the fucking jungle and shit.
Oh,
Dog
yeah,
the Bounty Hunter is looking for him now. He better watch the fuck out. He'll get
the one
his
for
man.
Gabby Petito's.
Yeah, her killer is on the loose, and they're trying to find him. Well, now Dog the
Right.
Bounty Hunter is out to get him. You better watch that. He flew all the way from fucking Hawaii to Florida to fucking take on this case. And
Is that right?
he's going to get caught.
Yeah, let's give a drum roll on that one.
Oh, yeah. That's great news, man. They're going to catch him after all.
I hope so anyways, because I think the parents should also face prison time because they damn well let that boy get away and they knew what was going on. They did not accept the calls from the parents.
Yep. He is no longer in the U.S. He is no longer in the United States. I guarantee you.
So they definitely did identify her body. That was her body too, by the way.
Oh yeah, they identified the body, and they know how she died, but they're not telling anybody yet. They're not telling anybody yet. So
did you see the video? It's on YouTube, I believe, of the cops pulling them over.
Yeah.
The murder,
domestic violence shit. They got called for a domestic violence call.
If you look at him, he did have scratches all over. So I mean, I'm not saying that.
It was an addiction. An addiction turned into murder. That's all it was.
Oh yeah.
Or suicide. And I'm thinking it could have been Guido. It could have been the broad committed suicide, and he's scared shitless because nobody will believe it.
Yeah.
You know what the old saying is, suicide is painless.
Yeah, suicide is painless. Yeah.
Yeah. You know who said that?
That's from the MASH song.
All right, that's the guy who wrote the song.
It could be an accidental suicide that the guy is scared because nobody will believe that. If I was him, I'd be shitting in my pants like you did.
Yeah, I'd be pretty scared. I mean, if she committed suicide.
If my girlfriend or my wife.
You're breaking up really bad.
Accidentally died.
Hey, bro, we're getting about half.
Now he looks guilty as fuck.
Yeah, he does look guilty.
What?
Well, listen. Like I said,
must be my internet connection. I don't know what's going on tonight.
He could be scared and running because nobody will believe that she killed herself.
Well, okay. So it's almost like you're saying it's I forgot his name, like The Fugitive.
Brian.
The movie. And that he's Richard Kimball's trying to his wife's death so that he can get set free. Right. So do you think he's going?
But this guy's got no
evidence, or he's just running for his life?
Yeah, but this guy don't have a one-armed man. He's got nothing to help him at all. He ain't got no one-armed guy to go after. So. But
I also read a report that they were being looked into for a set of missing girls that they had some direct contact with. So now, if that's the case, what if he killed them and she was going to turn them in? So then he killed her. I don't know. I mean, I don't investigate it enough to know all the details.
I'm not going to jump to conclusions yet at this point. I can't do it. I got to wait and seek some more evidence. I want to know what she died from. I want to know a lot of shit that they're not saying.
Yeah, he looks guilty, but is he? Right. I mean, seriously, maybe you got a valid point there. Maybe she committed suicide and he didn't know what to do and he got scared and he bolted. Yeah. Problem is he used her credit card.
Yeah.
He used her fucking credit card. That's fucking wire fraud, man. You can't do that.
She ain't gonna need it. She ain't gonna need it. That's for damn sure.
Well.
Yeah, but still, I mean, he's just racking up all these charges. Even if he's innocent, he's still evading, arrest, and he still used her credit card, which is a felony fraud. They could still get him in all that, even if he's totally innocent.
Yeah,
and it's like
he fucked up. If my
Right.
girlfriend would have
Well-
committed suicide, first thing I'm doing is dialing 911. Hey, man, my old lady just committed suicide. I shit you not. Put a gun against her head and shot herself in the head. You got to come down here right away. And the cops would come down there with an ambulance, and they would have come
Well,
down
it's
there.
not a
And they would
gunshot. It's not a gunshot, or we'd have heard that.
no, they won't tell us how she died.
Yeah, they haven't
will.
said.
They haven't said. They won't say. And they're doing the right thing because that'll blow their fucking case. They can't
Right.
say yet. Until
Right.
they have him in custody, they can't say what cause of death was. They want to
Well,
save that for court. They want to make sure they
yeah.
convict this guy.
Well, they'll say that too because a lot of times they don't put every detail out there, and then when they're questioning somebody, they bring that detail up, and then that's how they
Well, it
find
could
the
be-
person.
It could be withheld for evidence, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
The thing is too, that they took a long time to determine whether it was murder or not. So
Well, it
they're
took a
saying that
day.
it was a homicide,
Mhm.
so I want to know how the homicide, what occurred. So until I make a judgment on the poor guy,
My
it might
theory
be.
is they both were addicted to the relationship. And let me put this straight to you because sometimes you become addicted. I was addicted in my relationship. And I kept it going for so long that any normal person would have said, fuck this, I'm out of here. Okay. So had I realized what was going on, but I was addicted to the fight, the adrenaline of the fight. And so was she. She was addicted to it. We were hooked on it, man. And it happens all the time. And I think what happened was they were having
Well,
sex and he strangled her. He fucking strangled her. It was strangulation sex. Here, get off
that
on
could
this,
be
bitch.
a great writer. He once said, "You might as well face it. You're addicted to love."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Robert Palmer
and that
said that,
was
didn't it? Wasn't that who it was? Isn't that Robert
yeah, it
Palmer?
was. That was, and
A
that
hookah
was pretty.
smoking caterpillar.
Oh yeah, that's hooky.
That's our motto. That's our station mascot. Is the
Yeah, there he is. There's
hookah
hooky.
smoking caterpillar. There's Hookie. That's our mascot.
Not the bald guy, the one behind me. That's our
No, yeah,
mascot.
that's the mascot over there. The mascot is the hookah smoking caterpillar.
I'm
Yes,
gonna join.
from what movie? From
Who are you
what?
asking?
I'm asking knee scab. What
Okay.
movie is that caterpillar from?
Oh shit! Don't tell me, Alice in Wonderland or something.
Yeah, all
Or
right. You're paying attention. All right.
Yeah, you should. I mean, that you read that book, you should know who that is by the song.
Yeah, Alice in Wonder.
Like,
Go ask
I
Alice.
got a song for you, Guido. It's the band is okay. The song is "Give Me Some Lovin'."
oh, give me some loving. That was, oh my God, I know it was, what's his name? Let me see. I got to do it back in my head. Who? Steve Winwood.
Yeah,
Oh, Spencer Davis.
yeah, Spencer Davis Group. You got nailed it. I played it on my show today, by the way. That was
Yeah.
knee scab's pick for the day.
Well, see, I had in my mind, the first song I thought about when he said that song was Valerie. That was Valerie by Steve Winwood. So I'm like, fuck, because that just came into my mind. So then I have to go back, traffic, boom, 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 link it back.
Right.
There's always links to music in the old days.
Well, who is the lead singer in the Spencer Davis Group?
Steve Winwood.
Steve Winwood. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was also the lead singer in Traffic.
Yeah.
Blind
Traffic. Steve.
Blind
Blind
Faith.
Faith. Yep.
But
And
it was Hank Williams did the vocals and the bass on that song,
yeah. Which
and Glenn
song?
Campbell was in that band.
The first edition. That's the first edition. We covered that group last week, or the week before last. Yeah, we covered that group the week before last.
And
Yeah.
bam, bam. That's the standout. What song is that? I'm not gonna sing it. Come on.
I'm not following it because you're breaking up, but it's kind of.
I'm not break. Don't blame that on that shit bullshit. No.
Do
I
it
call
again. Let me
bullshit.
catch it all. I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Do it again.
Come on. Yeah. And then you feeling. I forgot the
I know the
words.
song. I know the song. God damn it.
A little bit of soul with a little bit of
A little bit of
soul.
soul. Yeah, that's it. A little bit of soul. Yeah.
A little bit of soul. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But I see that a lot of times where a riff or something just pops into my head and I can't get it out. Like, and it's just there.
Oh, it's
And I'm
just
like,
like
oh,
that. It's just like that song I've been searching for the last month and a half, and I can't fucking figure it out. I just can't figure it out.
I find out things when I'm not looking for them anymore. That's when I find them. So, stop looking because then you'll just stumble upon it. And
Yeah.
so
I don't even
it's
think I'll ever stumble on it. I don't know, man. I give up. I don't even know how the tune goes anymore. It's like I've lost it. I said, fuck it. I gave up on it. I can't find it. It's out there somewhere. I'm sure of it. Like you said, I'll probably trip over it, and then the next day I'll die.
So, something like that, Oh, I found that song. It's
yeah,
and then now nobody else knows.
It's the Wild Thing song.
Wild Thing, you make my heart sing. That
Wild
song.
Thing, you make my heart sing.
How about this movie? Wild Thing, you make my butt sting.
Well, who did Freaking at the Freaker's Ball?
The Doctor Who and the Medicine
Dr.
Show.
Hook and the Medicine Show.
Dr. Hook and the Medicine
By the way,
it's a Doctor Who. That's what.
Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, and they are the KGF Rocks Artist of the Week this week. Dr. Hook, Freaking at the Freaker's Ball.
They also got stoned and they missed it.
Yeah, they got
that's
stoned and I missed it.
Yeah,
that's a good song.
They had great tunes in the early 70s. Cover the Rolling Stone, Freaker's Ball, then Sexy Eyes.
Yeah, Sexy Eyes.
Like, what the fuck just happened? You went from like a little Doobie Brothers-ish to fucking Ambrosia overnight. Like, who does that? I mean, it was you know what it was? Money.
That's all it was money.
Money.
Well, they got on the scale because they had 5 hits on the first album. They had 5 hits on the first album. Cover the Rolling Stone, Mrs. Silverton's Mother or something. Sylvia's Mother, because he wants to boink Sylvia's mother, and then Freaking at the Freaker's Ball, and that's a great song there.
How about the Millionaire?
Oh, it's Yoko. Hey, Yoko. Yoko Ono. And John Lennon. She is our Yoko.
It looks like he's more like Bob Newman.
Great, it's Yoko. Oh no, Yoko.
Hey.
You know what? The last laugh and everything is on us because Yoko's set. Everybody can talk about Yoko breaking the Beatles up. Everybody can say what they want about Yoko. That motherfucker.
All of John's money. That's for damn sure. Her and Sean.
Yeah, she did. But anyways, go back to Dr. Hook. They were great singers and great vocalists. The dude had only one eye and the eye patch. I thought that was really cool. And even when they went to a little more pop friendly music, I freaking dug it, dude. They did a song in the early 80s, and I don't know if you remember it, but I loved it because I was younger. I was small. It was Baby Makes Her Blue Jeans Talk.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I love that song. And I don't know if I really love the song because I was like probably 10 years old when it came out. And the video consisted of them walking behind a woman with a really great ass while they were
Right.
singing this song. So I don't know if I like the song or I really like the video that ended up making me like the song because it reminded me of asses. So, I mean, who knows?
Who
You're
knows, right?
impressionable when you're young. When you hear music now, you hear it differently. When you hear music when you're young, your impressionable mind makes up all these different fucking things in your head that it could be, and
Right.
who
Right.
knows? It could be anything. That's why music to me was always the greatest thing in the world. If I'm angry, I can hear a song and it would either pump me up or calm me down, see me lifting up or whatever. I mean, movies can do that. Somebody talking to somebody could do that, but a fucking song, it could change
Yeah.
your whole
Oh,
life, maybe.
I can name 3 or 4 songs that changed my life.
Right.
I can name 4 or 5 songs that have changed my life. One of those songs being The Doors and L.A. Woman changed my fucking life, changed my perspective on women
Yeah,
altogether.
one of mine
I
was
mean,
"Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Your Flavor" on the bedpost overnight.
it sure
That
does.
was
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
I
I used to save my gum too. My mom would
uh,
say, "Take that gum out of your mouth and go to bed." Okay, and then I'd
uh,
put it on the lampshade. I would attach it to the lampshade, so in the morning I just jerk it
uh,
off and put it back in my mouth. No wonder I don't have any fucking teeth in my head.
how'd you know
Yeah,
it wasn't knee scabs?
no, it was mine. I had by then he was fucking toast. He was gone.
Yeah, he was
He was gone.
toast. He was
Yeah, he
three
was
strikes
gone.
away.
Yeah, he was getting stoned in the
Is,
basement at a
is,
friend's house.
is
Oh,
it
he was.
me,
There's a
or
flag.
does he personally look confused?
Yeah, he looks totally confused. He's just listening. He's taking it all in.
I don't mean Joe Biden. I mean knee scab.
He's scab. Look at it. He's taking it all in. Is what he's doing. He's listening.
He
He's
is, and then
listening.
he's going to come
Yeah.
up with some
It's something
wonderful,
really witty, something
really
rather
witty.
witty. We're hoping he's going to come up
And
with something
please
really
don't,
witty.
because I've had almost a whole bottle of water, and I don't want to have to pee my pants with your funny humor. But speaking of humor, I want to say so, a little thing, and I know knee scab doesn't like the guy because he really doesn't understand comedy. But anyways, my comedy mentors died, and a couple weeks ago, that was Norm Macdonald, who wasn't afraid to say what he wanted to say, and that's what I
Right.
always liked. And unfortunately, in this world of cancel culture, he really couldn't be as funny as he used to be. And
Right.
that's a shame. He passed away with a 9-year illness that nobody knew about. And I just want to say, yeah, rest in peace, brother. It made me
Yeah.
laugh. In the 90s, he made me laugh so hard. I was in my 20s, and everything he talked about was what I was thinking and
Did
what I
you?
was going. you know.
I read this story where they said that Norm Macdonald didn't want to do Saturday Night Live,
Yeah,
but he had a couple years before he signed a contract with NBC, so he was
it
only
did. Yeah,
and the only reason why he did it was because he had a contract with NBC and he was contractually obligated to work on Saturday Night
yeah.
Live, and
Well,
he did
he's
not
a
want to do
writer
that fucking show.
on Roseanne. He was a writer on Roseanne. That's where he
Yeah,
started.
yeah,
He
exactly.
he was a he wa- They wanted to hire Roseanne, saw his stand up, and she wanted to hire him as Jackie's boyfriend. He goes, "Nah, I'm not an actor." He goes, "But I can
Yeah,
write," and he
but
wrote a lot of those shows. And then he
right,
went to NBC, and the reason he got fired from that show was because Don Ohlmeyer, who was the president of NBC, was O.J. Simpson's really good friend, and that was the time O.J. was going through the trial.
Yeah, well,
And
the point is, he got kicked off Saturday Night Live for not being funny.
no,
And
no,
then,
no,
that's
that's
not
not
yeah,
why. That's not
yeah,
why.
he got
No,
fired. He
no,
no,
got
no.
that's
fired.
why. You might better relate history. He got fired because Don Ohlmeyer was contacted by O.J. Simpson, and he asked him to. And there's videos out there. I know you believe whatever Current Affair told you, or NBC, or whatever the media, CNN told you, you believe. But the
And
truth
then
of it is, he got him out of there because of that. And then
I
a
looked
year and a
up,
half later, they hired him back as the host show.
Yeah.
I looked up von Braun, and they said that Hitler gave him a choice to either keep working on rockets for the military or no working on rockets ever. And so he went ahead and started making rockets for the military, for the Germans, for the Nazis.
You're like
That's
a gold.
he was forced to work for the Nazi
Oh, yeah, he
military.
was.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they came over here and finished the job. See,
Well, yeah.
but I looked that up. But you guys were saying the other day that no, they volunteered to make Nazi fucking. No, they didn't. But
Did you find-
they were forced.
Find
And then
on Wikipedia,
Norm
Coach?
Macdonald was shit canned off of Saturday Night Live because he was not funny, and he wasn't funny. He was like Joey Bishop of Suckbutt. All right.
But you guys must be long distant brothers because you're both not funny.
I didn't ask to be. I didn't. I wasn't on. I'd have done a better job on Saturday Night Live.
I'd do a better job at the playground at the kindergarten.
Yeah. Yeah. Henry.
Norm Macdonald got fired because Don Ohlmeyer, who was the NBC president, and OJ were best pals, and all he did was make fun of OJ Simpson. That's all he did. So Don Ohlmeyer got pissed and had him fired.
That's right.
And he wasn't funny either.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I thought he was hilarious. I thought he was funny, Guido. I'm with you on this. I thought he was funny.
You should just go and type his name in and listen to every comedian that you ever thought was funny. Give him a tribute and really talk about it. Bob Saget gave a tribute to him on his YouTube page, and Bob couldn't even get through because he was crying the whole time. And same with Rob.
Guy. I thought he was funny. I thought he was funny. I thought he was original. He had his own stitch. He had his own stick, man. He had his own stick. Nobody else was like him.
No.
And that's what made him funny. And what made him funny was he talked about real life things that made a fucking difference.
He got dumbfounded a lot too, and he was out of.
He was confused because he'd think about some of the stupid shit that people do, and he goes, "I can't believe I'm talking about this." No shit.
They said he made more money than any other actor just by being on talk shows, because every talk show host would love to have him on because he just made the crowd piss their pants laughing.
Did he ever get on Johnny Carson?
Yeah.
Before Johnny.
Yeah.
He was on Johnny Carson too. I think some of his funniest skits.
Oh no, he wasn't on Johnny Carson. He made it on.
No, he was on Leno.
Somebody said, "No, you're not Johnny. You're Jay," and they put him on the Jay Leno show.
Right.
Yeah, Johnny was gone by the time Norm Macdonald came out.
And he bombed.
Norm Macdonald, he came out. No, he did not bomb. I don't know.
He bombed everywhere he went.
I don't know who you were watching. You might have been watching old McDonald, because or you have no sense of
humor. Don't matter. McDonald's was not funny.
Because you're not intelligent enough to understand.
Okay.
This shit.
I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who agree with me.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that are just as not intelligent as you too. But what am I gonna say? I'm not gonna sit here and defend a dead man to you who millions of people think are funny, because you don't think he's funny. I'm done.
All I'm saying is the guy is on a scale of 1 to 10, a 4. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's in real life. Well, to me, he's a 2. Ooh.
I'm looking at something here. Bear with me. You two continue to argue.
All right. Let's see what else.
I'd rather you with my granddaughter. That I get more. I get better answers out of her. Better responses.
You like let's see.
You're right. He was never on the Tonight Show. Let's see.
Yeah,
He
I
was
said
on with he was on with Jay Leno.
yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't come out.
you're
till,
Jay. You're
Yeah, he was
Jay.
on with Jay Leno. He said, "Wait a minute, you're
Yeah,
Jay."
that's,
Yeah, yeah, that was good. Okay.
yeah, but he didn't come out right after I got out of high school was when he came out, and that's
Right.
when he was hilarious. And then I saw him at a club. I think it was in
Yeah,
it
but,
might have been in St. Louis.
I don't understand how you think he was hilarious when he acted like a dummy.
How did he act like a dummy? I don't see where you see he act like
I
a
don't
dummy.
think. You know what? I think he's doing this just to be argumentative, and
I
he's
think
never
so
actually
too, because I
seen
don't know what.
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, he might have seen one skit or something, because I don't understand where he's acts stupid. I don't. I've never seen that.
Yeah, no. He acted like he was. He acted like he was. Fucking John Travolta and Give Me Back Carter. You know. What was his name? Forget about it. What was his name? Don't tell me he didn't. He acted just like the guy. Well, not Spicoli, but you know,
I'm just gonna let you keep going.
who?
I know the name. Just keep going. This is more entertaining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know who I'm talking about. What's his name? Spicoli, not Spicoli. God damn it.
His
You
name's
know,
The guy that worked
Vinny
at the restaurant.
Barbarino.
I'm gonna kick 100% of your ass.
Yeah, Vinny Barbarino. That's
I don't
that's the way
understand.
he-
I don't understand where you see Vinny Barbarino either. I don't know. I don't know. You're looking at it with your mind, so I don't know. But I never
I
seen
don't get
that.
it.
I
don't
seen an
fucking get it.
original comedian who didn't just stand up. I seen a guy that told absolutely true stories and made them fucking turn into comedy gold. I've never seen him bomb. I've never seen him not people laugh at him. I've never
He did.
seen ever. Never.
He did one. I'll have to find it for you. I'll send it to you when I find it. He did a skit in a room in a comedy club that was all black. Everybody there
Yeah.
was black, and he was the only white guy to walk in there and do jokes. And it
Mhm.
was fucking hilarious. He said he looked around. He says, "What the fuck did I make a wrong turn somewhere?" I mean, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
He had them black people laughing their asses off, man. It was fucking funny. It was
Because he
fun,
was
you know.
funny
And
with
he
his.
was talking about, matter of fact, knee scab. He was talking about in that show. He was talking about how scary it is for a white guy to walk into a black neighborhood, and there was a reason for it. And they were laughing their asses off. He was
That's why I
talking
don't
about,
understand why
yeah,
he doesn't like it, because he
yeah.
was
I
never.
don't get it. I don't get it. You have to research him, and you have to go back a little ways and check out his comedy. It's funny. But anyways, I digress. Another funny actor, another funny guy. Somebody else died, didn't they? Recently, who else died? Um,
I don't know.
uh,
Everybody
all
hurt.
I know is Andy Reid. Andy fucking Reid fucking had a heart attack and shit.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
Andy Reid, I wish him luck, but the man, he's got to like maybe go on some kind of. He should go like what
Diet.
Uri Osmond, go on Weight
Yeah,
Watchers or something. He needs
yeah.
help. I mean, I'm not even picking on the man. I'm not. I
No,
just think
no. I feel
he's
bad
over.
for him.
Yeah.
But
I
he should have
think
taken better. He's a coach, for Christ's sake. He should have taken
right.
better care of himself.
No, right, absolutely. And a lot of times, you know,
Stop it. Don't say that. Don't say that.
anything on what happens, but you have
Hey,
yourself
don't say that.
get lung cancer. What? I mean, you only have yourself to blame if you get lung cancer and you smoke
Stop
cigarettes.
saying that word.
What are you talking about?
Oh, she's out there screaming at something.
That's something.
She's got Tourette's.
Yeah.
She's out there.
Oh, I would love to hear that. Oh, man.
She's
I
got
would love
Tourette's.
that would be the funniest thing ever. Oh.
So, anyways,
That
we're
would be
broad. Yeah,
good.
on we're
I
on.
think she's got Tourette's. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God, the motherfucker. You want to? You want me to? You want to hear it?
Yeah, what? What do you want us to hear? Is it going to be in English? What is she swearing in? What language?
Son of a bitch.
She's probably yelling at a cat or something. Yeah, we're gonna get live updates for you right now, folks.
Folks, we're on the scene with our reporter knee scab, and he's out there,
Girl.
and she is doing something. Oh, she's watering the plants again for the 95th fucking time today. And
Okay.
yeah,
I
there
don't
she
know.
is.
I don't
She
hear
said, "Get the
anything.
fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!" Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't blame her. I'd hate you too, man. Knee scab. I'd hate you too. All right, we're done with the. So I see the skies cleared up from all the smoke and the fires out there.
But yeah.
Yeah, he was
Like that.
socked in the other day. He was socked in the other day, man. It was just nasty out.
Was it?
It blocked
Was it
out
because of
the
the wind or
sun.
something?
Yeah, the wind was blowing out towards sea, and those fires were just the smoke was just coming over fucking L.A.
So it was like the true black hole sun.
Come
Yeah.
on. Settle down. Settle down.
How come she didn't swear when we were out there? Dying.
Stop, Manny, please stop. I'm on TV here.
We can't hear her. Only you can hear her. We can't
Yeah.
hear her.
Sure, it's her or that's something living in your head. I ain't even seen nothing out there. Was she even out there? I don't remember
She's out
seeing her.
there. She's out there. I seen her. Oh, God love you, man. I am so sorry, bro. Yeah. I gotta tell you. Okay, the new movie that's coming out. Are you gonna go see it? The Saints of New Jersey or whatever the hell it is.
Newark.
Newark.
Yes. Yes. I will go see that. That's
Son of
about
a
the prequel to The Sopranos.
Yeah, the prequel. I've been watching The Sopranos. It's been on HBO all weekend long. It's been a Sopranos weekend. Yeah. Checking out all the old Sopranos. They were, some of them were kind of boring, but some of them were like, motherfucker, what are you thinking? And
Really?
it's pretty
I
cool.
never thought any were boring. I loved them all. I don't know
A
why.
couple
I
of
love
them, with his family and stuff and stuff like that.
You got to throw that shit in there for purposes of other people watching it, because then they'll be saying, "Oh, all there is violence."
And these HBO movies and stuff, right? They draw you in with sex and drugs and rock and roll, and then as the seasons go on, it gets mellower and mellower. It's just like Weeds. Weeds started out with a lot of tits and frontal nudity and sex and all that shit, and then all of a sudden, all that faded away and went away. There was none of that. You're not getting any frontal nudity. That's how they draw you in, I guess.
Well, it's either that, you could be right, or it could just be that the censors say, "Yeah, none of that shit's done. Don't do that."
Don't do that no more. Okay, we did it for a while now. You got the audience focused.
Remember that one? It was called Spartacus or Gladiator.
Yeah.
That had pretty much sex all the way through. That one was great.
Oh, on HBO?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Gladiator. What is that? Shit, I forgot what that. But everybody used to watch that.
I think it was Spartacus.
Yeah, I don't think it's called Gladiator.
There they are. They're the boys. I love the way they kill pussy.
Something like that.
I think it was Spartacus.
He's a
Not in the face, man. Not in the face.
No, it wasn't Spartacus. It was the Gladiator.
Spartacus was I'm Spartacus. That's what's his name, Russell.
Yeah.
What no, who was in Spartacus in the 50s? That movie. Who was in
Kirk
that
Douglas. Kirk
Kirk
Douglas.
Douglas.
Right.
And Tony Curtis and
Yeah.
shit, a whole shitload of guys. But
Shit.
what was it was called The Gladiator or something. The
It was something else. Come on, think of it.
it was
No.
wonderful show though. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was just on not that long ago, right?
And not only that, there was another one too, Bonnie and Clyde. They were on for like a 2-night thing. That was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It was called Spartacus. You are correct. Then they had one in 2013 was Spartacus. It went from 2010 to 2013. A lot of blood and guts.
and sex.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I might have to go check that out. I might have to check that out on my on-demand.
Are you
That was a good show, man. That was bloody. That was great.
Sweet Cheeks. Is that what you look for in a movie? Is the sex scenes? I'm being honest. I'm asking you a question.
Well, I'm looking for all of it. I want the full package.
Hey, it was really good too, and it ended good. It had a great ending. So you got to see this.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know you didn't see that. I thought everybody seen that.
I never even heard that until you. I got rid of my HBO years ago.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's Spartacus.
What's it on? What's it on now?
HBO. You got to get it on demand. It's probably on HBO Max now. You could probably get it on HBO Max. You might be able to get it, on YouTube. You might be able to find it on YouTube. You never know.
There's too many shows. There's about 13 or 14 shows or more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a lot of series. I used to watch HBO series all the time. I remember back in the day there was this one called oh my God, I can't think of the name of it. I knew this something's Dreams or something. Brian's Dreams or something like that, or I can't remember, but I used to watch that. And then there was Our List, who was about a sports agent or whatever. That was a good one. There's been a lot of HBO series. HBO dabbled in this series for a long time. I can't think of them all right
they
now.
haven't. Weeds was good. Oh gosh,
Shameless was good.
Yeah, Shameless was good. Yeah, that was HBO.
What the hell did I watch that on then? I must have did something with that, or maybe it was on Netflix or something. Because I remember used to watching that. I don't remember having.
Yeah, a lot
HBO.
of the shows are on Netflix. You can get them on Netflix as well. Yeah. You might be able to find Spartacus on there as well. They show R-rated movies and stuff. Yeah. So
there's a lot of what do you call it? Racy shows on those channels.
What was that show about the West? It was a Western. What was that show on D-Scab about the trains?
Oh, that was a great show too. I saw all that too. That was Hell on Wheels.
Hell on Wheels. That's it. Yeah, that's another good series there.
There was another one I think it was HBO too. It was called Carnival, and it was about a travel at Cirque Carnival in the 20s or the 30s. It was. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it was all.
Did you catch the end of that Hell on Wheels? Did you catch the end?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I don't want to give it away. I mean, folks may want to go see it if they haven't seen it yet. It's on Netflix. I know that. That's where I got it from. Hell on Wheels. It's on Netflix. Great show. Great show.
It's long, but it's good.
Yeah.
They
got lots
Hell
of
on Wheels. It's about cowboys and shit.
Yeah, it's about the train. It's about the train going from.
They're building the railroad across the country.
Yeah,
and
it's a race.
It's like a true story. It's a true story, and they got the blacks doing this, the southern or central, and they got the Chinese doing the northern or something. It's a race to the finish, and it's an awesome show.
Mm.
First one to see the West Coast, first ones to get there, you know? And they got it all mapped out and shit. And they're blowing tunnels out and shit. It's really good. The main guy, he knows his explosives. It's a really good show, and they get into all kind of shit. And the guy in charge is always swindling, making deals, and wanting to be governor, and it's interesting as hell.
As hell.
As hell.
And the chicks are hot. The chicks are really hot in it.
Are they really hot?
Yeah, they're really
hot. That's what he means. He means they're really hot.
The old West girls hot.
No, like the old Western hot, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. What was that other Western? Deadwood is another one.
With the long skirts, with the long dresses, and the
bustiers.
Look at that. That's what you look for.
Yes.
That's not in this Western.
No.
That's in Spartacus.
I fit right between them.
That's
in
Spartacus. In fact, there's some foxes on Spartacus that are just fucking.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That was HBO, right?
Oh, it was on Netflix when I saw it.
Okay. Oh, we were talking about HBO. That's why I never heard of that one, because I think Netflix is stupid now. I liked Netflix because I could watch all the shows that I used to watch and all that. Now that's gone pretty much from that.
They're all repeats, and it's nice, you know.
They never changed movies. They got people hooked in to pay for it, and now nothing changes. And nothing will change unless you become a paying member.
Listen, if you get it on HBO, you only get one show every week or something. And it's like, you know, on Netflix, it's one after another. You can binge watch it.
Well, I can binge watch mine because I can get HBO on demand.
Right.
So I watched Boardwalk Empire 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And then, and I watched, I've been watching parts. I can watch The Sopranos anytime I want to because it's on demand. I just go to the episode I haven't seen yet and turn it on and watch it.
Did you see the one where he took Maddo to look at the colleges?
Yeah.
And he just went on a killing spree.
Yeah. I like it when they fuck people up, man. It's funny as hell.
When it's on HBO, it's every night they have a show.
Yeah. Yeah, they're running episode after episode now, though. I can go on HBO right now. I'm watching
TV's
football.
Different than it used to be. Before, you used to have to wait till next week. You had to dedicate your life to a television. So every Thursday, my show's on. I can't miss it. But now you don't have to do that. You know. So,
no, you don't have. Yeah, that's true.
Well, if it's a new one, you do. If it's a new one, you do.
Necessarily, if you own, like, say, the Peacock app, you download that. That's like the NBC app. If you pay the $4.99, you can watch everything. If you don't pay, you can watch a couple of them. You know, back couple. So if you missed 1-2 weeks ago, you can watch it. You know, and it can come back up.
It's a repeat. You can always.
But if you pay, you can watch it. Right. But years ago, if you missed it, you missed it. If nobody taped it, on their VCR, it was done. Unless years later, when it came up in a rerun, you might have saw it, but you missed the sequence and you missed a whole fucking episode.
Well, Spartacus is one of those that you want to go back and look at. You want to watch that one. You want to binge watch it too. You know, you'll watch about 4 or 5 shows and just in no time. You know, that's like 4 hours right there. You know, and I think it goes. You know, it may be, 48 hours worth. You know,
40. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be longer than that. That's for sure. Spartacus is how many? It went 2 or 3 seasons, didn't it? Wasn't it like 3 seasons long?
I'm not sure, but it did end.
13 to 2016.
It could have been 5 years, 5 seasons.
Yeah, shows don't go long. They used to anymore. People lose interest quickly now.
The episodes, there's like 9 to 13 episodes in a season.
Right.
Or 15 sometimes.
15. That's a special season.
Yeah,
Look at them.
15.
Yeah.
And
So anyway, let's
go ahead.
talk about our our prospective cities and our prospective football teams.
I don't have
Okay.
one.
Yeah. Moose Knuckle over there, his team dominated today, beat Tom Brady. Kudos to the LA Rams, and the Buffalo Bills decimated the Washington. Yeah, Washington. And how about your
Redskins.
your Chiefs there?
Chiefs lost today, man, and they made mistakes again this week. They gave up interceptions. They gave up fumbles. They just blew it all the way around,
And
man.
the Patriots can't win. They can't put a game together. What's going on with the Green Bay, my other team?
Green Bay is winning right now, 20-7.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
now that's my favorite team, and then the Rams are my second favorite team.
right.
Yeah, right. We got two teams. That's too bad one isn't
Yeah.
in one the NFL, one's in the AFL.
Right.
So who's your two faves?
Who
Who you
me?
talking to?
Well, yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. My
No,
favorite is always,
they're both in the National League. They're both National League. Green
mine's
Bay
always
and Rams. They're both
Okay.
national.
Let him answer your question then.
Sorry.
mine's always been Buffalo, of course, and I don't really have a second favorite team, but if I did, I'd have to say Arizona.
Okay,
The
mine
Cardinals.
Arizona
Yeah.
Cardinals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite
Okay.
team. My favorite team, of course, is the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. And my actually my second team this year, because when you pick a second team, it's usually year to year. Okay. And the team that I like this year is actually the LA Rams. I really think
Right.
I think they're gonna dominate all year. If they stay healthy, they will dominate all year.
But that's funny because that's the team you actually hate.
I hate that team. I hate the ownership of that team, but
Yeah.
you know what? He must have found the golden egg somewhere because he put together one hell of a fucking team.
Well,
These
he did a
guys,
good
these guys
choice.
are fucking
And
just good.
the key to it was, I'm telling you, was Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
It
It's
could
his
very
type
well.
of offense. That's his
Yes,
type of.
yeah,
Detroit was not his type of offense. It was slow. It was
yeah,
lumbered. There was no blocking. There was nothing
yeah,
on that fucking
yeah,
team.
all day to pass.
Yeah.
And he
And
looked better.
now the Rams got an awesome defense. They got
Yes.
they got a strong defense. And I'll tell you who else, Brady. I love seeing him get beat because I like to see him crying on the corner of the
Well,
field.
what right now, the way it looks, that if week 3 of our team, I would say the Super Bowl, the Rams and the Bills, because they're the best two teams. I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC right now.
I
mean,
think so too. I agree with that assessment. Now, if I were to pick a team in the AFC that was going to be in the top two, probably for the AFC Championship, would be the Buffalo Bills and the God, I hate, I can't, I wish I didn't have to say this, but I'm thinking it's going to be the Chargers. I really
yeah,
do. I
it could
think
be.
LA's going to put together a couple of champions. Wouldn't it be cool to have the LA Chargers and the fucking Rams, the LA Rams in the Super Bowl? Would that be a trip
and
or what?
it's in LA this year, the Super Bowl. It's
Super
in
Bowl's
the
in LA, so there is no home
Rams.
team. That would
Right.
be that would put the NFL right back on the fucking map. That would
Yeah.
put the NFL right back on the fucking map. And I like the Las Vegas Raiders. I think they're going to be in the playoffs as well, the way that
Yeah.
they're playing now. The Raiders look
Well,
good.
yeah, well, I know one team that won't be there, and that's the Jets.
Oh, they're doing something different this year in the baseball playoffs. Isn't the football like a one in the playoffs? It's a one game, lose all, win all,
Right.
or you're out. It's like sudden death.
One and
Okay, And
Yeah.
then, so it's the same this year in baseball, sudden death.
With the wild cards, yeah, that's been like that for a few years now. Where
Yeah.
they play that one playoff game to see who's the best to get into the final.
Well, now in the NFL, because of the extra week that they have now, the reason why there's never been a Monday night playoff game is because that's always the college championship game. Well, now since there's an extra week in the season, it goes past that. So now there'll be a wild card game on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Yeah, there'll be 3 nights of football this year. Yeah, for the
So
playoffs.
that's kind of right.
Yeah.
There's never been a Monday night playoff game because that's the college football night usually. You know,
Yeah.
Where you guys getting all your cool information from, man?
The internet. We pay attention. See.
Yeah.
You know, and look at this: St. Louis Cardinals, birds on a bat, 16 in a row. The last team to do that was 16 in a row to have that record was the San Francisco Giants in 1957.
Hey, Goldilocks is coming alive, man, at the end there. I like that guy. What's his name? Goldilocks. He's got,
oh
I
yeah. God, what's his fucking
that
name?
fucker's good now. Stroller or something.
But it starts with a B. I don't even know my own players. Goddamn. Braden. Yeah. He's a good ball player.
Nothing about no baseball. Baseball boring.
Well, that's because you ain't got a team.
You didn't see yesterday's game between them and the Cubs. That was fucking crazy. They had a double play that would have blown your fucking mind.
They're good this year, man. Good. I told you they were going to be dangerous this year.
I was disappointed in them. I was upset about it. I didn't think they were going to make the fucking playoffs.
I said it
all of a sudden out of nowhere.
I said it 20 weeks ago. I said it. Now they're dangerous. They're highly venomous.
They're highly venomous.
Goldschmidt.
And some of these plays I've been seeing. Oh my God.
Yadier Molina. They got the fucking pitching. They got the defense is the best. I got to say, man, I've never seen anything like a transformation. They were the worst team in baseball. They were gone. They were out of it.
The thing with baseball, though, is it's just it like we were talking about, just the one and done thing. And like baseball, hockey, basketball, it's different. You could lose a game, but you could be, it's like because you could win the next whatever the series is. You got more opportunity, I think, to win in those sports than football. Football is you better win it or you're done.
Yeah, you got to win or done.
One loss, you're out.
Yeah, single elimination. Single elimination.
Different. What are you saying? You like the single elimination?
It makes it more competitive because I could have a bad game today, but now in baseball, I could be the pitcher and have a really bad day today. But tomorrow I come back and just smoke everybody.
Well, Free Ride, how did they used to run the playoffs?
For what? Baseball?
Yeah.
It was they had 2 divisions. They had 2 divisions, and you would win the pennant. There was no playoff. It went if you won your division. They had 2 divisions, and if you won your division, you won. And then you would go up against the American League champion, and that would be the end of that.
Yeah, but there was always 3 divisions: the East, West, and North, or
Central.
Central and East and West. And so those 2 would play, but there's 3 teams. So how did they do that?
Well, they would have a wild card, the best team to finish second, and that would give them 4 teams in the playoffs. That would be the wild card team and the champion of each division. And they would pit the best against the worst team. So the best team in baseball would play the wild card team. Boom, in a playoff. And then the second best and the third best team would play each other. Now, the winners of those games would go on to play the championship, the National League Championship, and then you would win the pennant.
Well, they're seats, just like in baseball or football. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
For the first playoff game, the best record will play the worst record, so on and so forth.
Right.
Uh,
Exactly.
I think that's in most sports, the seat
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Except for football. Football's not like that. The wild
But
card
just
teams
the
go
first
at it.
week. But just the first week it is, because if you look at it, if you all right, say the Chiefs didn't get enough to get the first week off, okay, but they got the best record of the team still playing. They're going to play the worst record of the team still playing.
Correct.
Just that first week. Then it's different. After that,
Right.
it's whoever wins.
The same. Whoever wins. Right. Right. And so there's no seeding in football in the second part of the playoffs.
Well, I think they ought to play. I think they ought to play more than one game on the Super Bowl. Somebody might be having a bad night, you know.
Oh,
bad,
well, tough shit. No, that's human competition, man. You got to be at your best. You better be ready to fucking go on Super Bowl.
It's the biggest game of your life. Like, don't be
it
like
should
the
be
19
a national holiday. You should
Because
have
the World
1 day
Series,
off.
best of 7, you know, at least best of 7 in
It's
baseball.
Super Bowl Sunday, bro. It should be.
Just think about this, Bruce. You could take the stats from 7 Dodgers playoff games. They say they played 7 games, okay, in the World Series. Those 7 games still wouldn't add up to the amount of people that watch one football game, the Super Bowl.
All right.
More
it's just
people
one game.
One game.
One
They
game.
Not this year. I think not this year. There's going to be a lot of people watching, a lot of folks watching this game.
What, the World Series?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's just it. If a World Series goes 7 games, doesn't it also come down to that one last game?
Sometimes they
down
sweep them. Sometimes they can be swept.
If you go to 7, the full 7.
If you go to 7, it's that last game. It's a 1-game playoff. Everybody's fresh.
You're both tied. You're both tied at that game. Whoever wins the next
6 games don't make a fucking hill of beans. It's that 7th game. And you can win it all. What happens if your team's down 3 games to 1? Your team is down and you come all the way back and tie it up. You're in game 7. Hopefully that roll will continue into the 7th game.
Right. Oh yeah, it only takes one mistake.
That's what happened to the Cardinals in 2011. Cardinals were the Cardinals. They were the underdog. They were through the whole playoffs. They were fucking second rate, man. They had an 89 and 68 or something record, a really shitty record, and they got into a wild card game and they won it. Then they won their next they swept the next team they played. They swept them, and then they went to the the National League Championship Series, and they won the first 2 out of the first 3 games back to back, lost 2 games and then won it, and then went to the World Series. And beat in 7 games.
Dodgers won their 100th game today.
Yeah, that's all right. Goldschmidt's got 102 RBIs. 102 RBIs. Jesus Christ. Fucking, I got to tell you, and we have the least errors in both leagues. We've committed the least errors in both leagues.
Well, that's a good record to have.
Yeah, you're the best defense there is, man. Your pitcher can feel confident that you can hit the ball on the ground. We're gonna make that fucking play.
Yeah. They're good.
Yeah,
they're real good. The double plays. They've got more double plays than anybody else in baseball.
And that double play yesterday was fucking phenomenal.
I know. And they had 4 double plays yesterday.
Yeah, 4. More double plays. Yeah, 4 double plays in one fucking game. That's amazing.
So how many plays would that be?
4 plays.
That's a lot of plays. That's 4 fucking double plays.
Double out.
That's how many.
That's how many.
That's 8 outs.
Right.
What's your favorite movie when you were a kid?
That's That's 2.5 innings.
Who was
Close.
my favorite team growing up?
You know, your favorite movie as a kid.
Oh, movie as a kid.
Movie. What
What
kind of
was my-
movie? A drama? A comedy? What kind of movie?
It's a fucking kid. A kid.
What kind of movie was your favorite movie? Mine was as a kid. Oh, geez, I don't.
What was
I had
yours?
I had a
I'm
crush
sure.
on Julie Andrews. I had a crush on Julie Andrews, and I liked the Sound of Music because I thought she was hot.
Really?
Yeah, I had a
Sound of
thing for
Music.
Julie Andrews. So
That's
I
pretty.
thought this
That's pretty
it,
fruit.
it's pretty gayish. You think
Yeah.
it's gayish?
Yeah. What about you? Snapback. What do you got?
I don't have a favorite movie from
No,
in the
actually,
past.
my favorite movie was Patton. I was a kid when Patton came out.
Give me a year or something on that.
Here's mine.
Karate Kid.
No,
Where
it's
the fuck
Star
is
Wars.
Oh, Star.
Where the
Star
fuck is Karate Kid in there? I don't even see like a.
Karate Kid. Karate Kid. Like he was all
You
fucking.
know you need new blood.
Yeah.
Daniel, you liked
No,
that
what?
movie, didn't you?
What's that?
You liked that.
Yeah, he loved Karate Kid. He wanted to blow what's his name? What's the guy's name?
Pat Morita or whatever
Yeah.
it was, Mr.
Pat
Miyagi.
Morita.
Or did he
Mr.
want to?
Miyagi.
He likes the other one. He probably wanted to blow Daniel.
Daniel
Mr.
LaRusso.
Like-
Mr. Miyagi, he died, you know.
Oh well, yeah, he'd be 105 by now. For Christ's sake, he was old then.
Yeah.
He was
What do you
old
want?
back in 1984. Wasn't that in 1984? The Karate Kid came out.
He was.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
already had kids when that movie came out.
I was-
Wasn't he in Star Wars too?
No, he
Who?
was not Star
Yeah,
Wars.
he was
would
not
have
in
been
Star
like,
Wars.
he would have been like 9. Who? Mr. Miyagi? He was Arnold. He was Arnold on Happy Days.
Yeah,
he was in
Arnold.
MASH.
He was
was
on
in
Happy
MASH.
Days. What was my team? When I was growing up,
He was
one
on
of my
MASH
favorite.
for a couple of.
Yeah, he was on MASH
He
for a
was
couple
in
of.
MASH.
Yes, he was on MASH. He was. He played. It was the episode where the old man would jump out in front of a truck and get hit by a truck,
Yep.
and Radar. He busted Radar for it. And
I think he
I
was in
barely
that one
touched him. I
movie,
didn't even touch him.
Bridge Over River Kwai too. I think he was in that. No, maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Stop just naming Asian movies and saying he's in it. That he's not in every Asian.
Yeah. Well, I used to like fucking Bruce Lee movies when I was a kid. Bruce Lee movies were great.
Well, yeah, I never got into Bruce Lee until much later after he died. But yeah, some of the movies were fucking pretty amazing.
The one with
he
Kareem
was definitely pretty
Abdul-Jabbar.
talented.
He was in there with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and what's his name?
Favorite was Chuck Norris when he fought a hairy Chuck Norris.
Yeah, Harry Chuck Norris. Yeah, that was a good fight. That was a good fight. Yeah, it was. Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon. Yeah.
I had a crush on her.
Monday, happy day. Friday, Saturday, happy day.
And there's Father Doll.
There's fun. You know why that show got canceled? You know why that? You know why that show got canceled?
Why is that?
Because nobody wants to see a 50-year-old man hitting on chicks in a leather jacket.
Hey.
Henry Winkler, boy, he went from a tough guy to a wimp in fucking Waterboy. Waterboy. Yeah. Oh, what a difference, man. What a change.
I love
No. He was in Little Nicky.
He was also in Waterboy. He was the head coach of the football team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah,
had the
yeah,
tattoo on his ass.
yeah,
Remember? He had the tattoo on his left cheek of something. You don't remember
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You're
What's
Yeah,
that?
you're
yeah.
saying.
What? Say what? Say it again. I didn't hear you.
I said you remember he had the tattoo on his ass?
Who
No.
did?
Henry Winkler in that movie. He
Oh, in that
showed
movie. Yeah, yeah, in Waterboy.
yes,
Yes,
that movie.
yes, Waterboy.
Yeah. I can't remember what the tattoo on his ass was. You remember? Come on. I gotta
No, I wouldn't.
Look
I
it up.
gotta
Look it
look
up.
it up. Henry
Go look it
Winkler's
up.
ass tat. That's what we're gonna put in and see what comes up. Henry.
Henry,
And we.
Henry, Henry Winkler.
Oh, that's
Henry Winkler.
yes, but that's not Henry Winkler's ass. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, that's a beautiful ass. Holy shit. I should share that, but I'm not gonna.
I don't recall. I don't recall. Maybe it's just me that I wouldn't notice something like this. That's probably what it is. Yeah, I wouldn't. You would, but I wouldn't notice something like that on some man's ass.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
yeah.
might as well have been a wiener dog for all I know.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Well,
Oh
how come
man,
how come alligators are so aggressive and angry?
my mama said that alligators ain't got no. They don't have an ass or a head. They just how do they shit? My mama said they don't shit. That's what make them so mean.
No, he actually said his mama says he's got too many teeth to brush. He can't brush his teeth, so he's got bad teeth. And
Bad
it's
teeth.
the Adu Domagata. I said it's not. What a moron.
That was a great movie, though. There was no doubt about that. That
Oh no,
was.
no question. That was a good movie. It's funny as hell. It was pretty damn funny.
It's
The
definitely a.
chick, hey,
Well,
hey, the lead
you know,
chick in that
Adam
was cute.
Sandler is funny, and you can't deny that. I don't know who could deny that. That guy is
I
funny.
mean, when you can quote from his movies lines in his movie,
Yeah,
then you know damn well he's a good he puts on a good show.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
Yeah.
but if you ask Adam Sandler who he thinks is funny, I guarantee you 100% he would say Norm Macdonald.
oh, I knew that was going to come back up.
No,
Well,
I
Yeah,
another
doubt
guy
that.
that I
that's
miss a lot is Robin Williams. I
oh
mean,
Robin Williams. Yeah, you know what? I think Robin Williams even thought Norm Macdonald was funny. To be
he
honest with
probably
you,
did. Probably
yeah,
did.
he probably did because he
Yeah, I
was. He was
think
fucking
so.
funny. And
He was hilarious.
Robin Williams used to actually, and a lot of people, he would hear people tell him jokes like other comedians, and he would accidentally steal them sometimes,
Right.
like his own shows. And when he did, he would send them a check.
Yeah.
Like, if he was at a party and David Spade was there and David Spade told him some joke and then he just heard it in his head and it would get in his head and he would hear it and then he would say that joke because he never wrote anything. He did it spontaneously. So if someone told him that was David Spade's joke, he'd be like, "Oh fuck," and he'd write David Spade a check for using the joke. And now that's pretty cool because I don't think anybody would have tried to sue him for it, anyways.
Right. Right. Yeah,
I'm
they would
not.
let it
No,
slide. I think they
no,
would have let
not
it slide.
cool. No,
Yeah.
not cool. But okay. Yeah.
What?
What do you mean?
No, because he couldn't do his own jokes because he was uh low
No, no,
IQ. So
no,
he
no.
got lucky. He got
We're talking
lucky.
about Robin Williams. We're talking about Robin Williams, by the way.
Oh, Robin Williams, yeah, he was okay, but he wore things out. He had about 10 or 20 different personalities that he was into. That was,
He had his demons, that's for sure.
yeah. And so, he had his own personalities that he was into that made him, he was funny. He was Scottish. He was all kinds of, he did all kinds of interpretations and things like that. And
Impersonations, yeah.
impersonations, yeah, and he was awesome guy and funny too at times, but he kind of he had the same act in they started getting repetitious, like the same shit he did in Good Morning Vietnam, he did in when he dressed up like a chick, Mrs. Doubtfire, and the same kind of
How
this.
where was it the same that he's being a DJ in one and then being a old nanny in another one?
And then he was in that other one where he had the kids and they were going across country in the bus. What was it, Mr. Pop,
RV.
Mr. Dad?
No,
RV, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the same guy. He's always been was starting to get old after a while. He knew it. It was
So he took his life because he knew
yeah,
he
he wore it out. It was over.
so that's why he took his life then?
Yeah, he maxed out. He did what he came for, and he left. That was it. So he went out graceful and top dog and smart move because
Really go out graceful. He fucking hung himself from the doorknob. I don't think that's graceful.
God, you're such a fucking tool. You know that?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to tell you, you just, I mean, you just
He
take
just
everything
said-
south, man.
He
You're such a bummer.
but he just
I mean,
thinks
really.
that he's so stuck in the old days where stock.
Ain't nothing after 1974. There's no good music and there's no good comedy.
Yep, nope. The rest is
No.
all shit.
Everything after 1974 is shit.
Well, shit, I'm glad I was born in 1974. I'd be shit.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
what
you're
about-
lucky because if you were born in 1975, you'd be shit.
Yeah.
What about Benny Hill? You got to be kidding me.
Benny Hill was hilarious, but he's
It was
from
Benny-
England.
Yeah.
Benny Hill, nobody
that's
said
not
anything about
new.
Benny Hill. It was
Who said
hilarious, but they were little skits. They were little, stuff that he thought, what made his shows funny is he had these chicks with big tits
Mhm.
all the time. They all had big tits.
Yeah.
And
That was
they had the little bald guy where he'd slap him on the head all the fucking time.
He was more like a modern version of the Three Stooges.
But that guy was funny,
Yeah, he was. He was hilarious.
just like Mel Brooks. Now that guy is fucking funny.
You just proved his point. You're talking about everybody that peaked in the 70s.
Yeah.
Everybody
Mel
that you
Brooks,
talked
last
about.
time he
peaked
did
in
anything
70s.
funny. Last time he did anything funny was on the roast with Dean Martin. He was
Right.
a drunk. He always had Mel Brooks. He was funny and his movies were good. His movies were good. But he
you
walked away
don't
from
like
all
anybody
that.
from 1970 something.
I mean, what year
No,
was
no, no,
Frankenstein done? When did Frankenstein come out? When
Well,
did
he
Blazing
did,
hold
Saddles?
on.
What, 78?
Hold on.
Yeah.
He did Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
That was in
And
the early 80s. Yeah.
that was in the 90s.
And
Hold
you think
on.
that was funny?
Men in Tights was 92, 91.
Do you think that movie was funny?
What movie? Men in Tights?
Yeah.
93.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
Okay. So he had. But you're still talking about people that were out before. Everybody
But
that you
he was-
don't like.
He was
It's-
a joke writer too, and he was a writer, and he
So was
wrote
Norm
jokes. So
was
was
Norm
Norm
Macdonald.
Macdonald.
Have you ever
But
seen
Norm-
the movie High Anxiety?
Yeah. Norm
That was a-
Macdonald wrote for television shows for years.
Yeah, he was married to Anne
And-
Bancroft.
Nice.
And wrote for. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was banging the Anne. Yeah, he was banging that girl. But anyways, his best movie was in 1980, and that was History of the World, or 81, way around there. That was his best movie.
Young Frankenstein was 74.
74. That was funny too. To Be or Not to Be was funny.
Right.
Those guys
There's a
were
lot of-
hilarious, but and they come on like live shows. They'll come on Johnny Carson, and they'll be funnier than hell. I mean, you got Jonathan Winter, you got these, but Norm comes on there kind of with a.
That's been dead for like 40, 50 years. These people have been dead. I have kids that don't even know who they are because they've been dead for so long.
Oh,
Well, you're
listen to
talking
these
about
movies. I mean, listen to these movies. High Anxiety.
74. They were around in 74.
Listen,
That's 50 years ago.
They were around.
That's 50 years ago, pretty much. That's
Almost.
old.
Blazing Saddles was 1974.
See, that's about 50 years ago.
50 years ago. That's
History of the World was 81.
This is funny.
Yeah.
Silent Movie was 76. Men in Tights was 93.
Yeah.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
And then there was that last one he did with Leslie Nielsen, Dracula, Dead and Loving It or something, but it
Yeah,
bombed.
dead and loving it.
Yeah.
And then he did a movie of himself, which was Life Stinks in 91.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those are all his movies. Young Frankenstein, I think, was his best work. I think Young Frankenstein.
He also wrote he didn't write just comedies. That one he wrote was a play and everything. I can't remember what the name of his first one.
Let me ask you this. Do you think in today's climate they would ever release Blazing Saddles?
Never. No.
What do you think, Scab? What do you think? Would they ever put out Blazing Saddles?
I think it'd be a riot if they did. I think it'd be funnier than hell. I think if something like that, but I think Dave Chappelle does stuff like that, and that's probably why he went out the limelight. They weren't allowing him to do what he needs to do to be funny, because that fucker's funny.
Dave Chappelle is hilarious.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, but they won't let him do his shit because he tells the truth. That's why.
Yeah, he's like racial, but he's not. He is, but he ain't.
He goes after his
a
own
wonderful
people.
Sense of humor that's just unique in its own, which is not Norm Macdonald.
His comedy is not unique in its own. He's like a carbon copy of Richard Pryor. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not. No, he's much more dangerous.
Okay,
much
maybe
more dangerous,
but it's just like Richard Pryor. I guarantee you that's one of his role models. Guarantee it, because he just
maybe, and who's to say? I'm not the one to say that, but all I know is I can laugh at that guy's jokes.
Well, I mean, Richard Pryor and all them guys got their shit from Red Fox. They got their shit from Red Fox. I've heard them tell Red Fox jokes until the fucking cow comes home, because fucking, you know what, he was fucking hilarious. I saw him in Vegas. I saw Red Fox in Vegas when I was in the service. We went to Vegas for the weekend and we saw that fucking he was there doing a show, and it was hilarious. I laughed so fucking hard, man. Out loud laughing. It was just funny stuff.
And he was dirty.
Well, back in the day, you gentlemen, back in the day when Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis were together, were they funnier together or were they funnier separate?
Well, they were just as funny. Dean Martin, I love his music.
I think Dean Martin was fun. Yeah, Dean Martin was better on his own, but Lewis was definitely better with Martin. I think the two of them complemented each other, because the only thing that really Lewis ever did after that was the Nutty Professor or whatever not the Nutty. Was it the Nutty Professor?
Yeah, Nutty Professor.
Whatever movie
he did that movie about the fish. He did the movie about the fish. What was that?
The one that, when he was Cinderfella. What was it? I can't remember the name. But there was a couple decent ones, but his brand of comedy died when he went on his own. Like in France, he's a fucking icon. French think he's one of the funniest people ever, and I think he's hilarious too. I'm not downplaying his humor, but his kind of comedy died out in America by that time, because you were getting people like Carlin coming out and people like the real comics starting to come. we're telling it like it is, you know, and not
Yeah.
doing
Well,
scenes and falling.
You know, Foster Brooks would do the fucking Las Vegas realm, and Red Fox and Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and all them guys would do Las Vegas.
Can't, baby.
Okay, and Las Vegas. And they would do all of those shows there, and then they would come into LA and do a show with Johnny Carson and be back in Vegas in time to do their next show, for Christ's sake. I mean, that's the way things used to work. They had all that shit going on, and they were
Vegas. Hey,
Vegas used to be the fucking place to go. It still is.
Well, look at Carrot Top. Carrot Top's
Yeah.
making like $20 million a year just to do fucking comedy at a you know,
At a
casino.
Vegas show club. Yeah.
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 I don't
Well,
think
they got all kinds of shit going on in Vegas. I mean, they got all these shows that go on, and you don't know until you get there. You know, you can book packages, but they're
Who's
expensive.
that guy? Putnam or whatever his name. He's a big fat guy. And he makes fun of himself, and he's funnier than shit. What's his name? Papa Pete something. Peter Papa.
Papa Pig. Is it like Papa Pig?
No, he's a big guy with a little head. And fucking funnier than hell.
Poppy Chulo.
Yeah, something like that.
Stop it. I don't know what his name is.
That guy's funny though.
Ralphie May, what's his name? Or not
He's
Ralphie.
got a real high pitched voice, and he's got a
Is that Gabriel Iglesias?
Mm.
No,
I don't
know.
Iglesias is that one fat guy that's a comedian.
Yeah, he's got enough.
Yeah.
He's got enough.
He's pretty ignorant. He's pretty, he's full of shit.
I couldn't never say the guy's name. I couldn't do it.
If he wasn't fat, he wouldn't be funny.
All right. That's like
guys, them big fat comedians are funnier than hell. I mean, look at what's his name. He killed himself in what's his name? He was on Saturday Night Live with
John Belushi.
No, he was on there with Adam
Farley.
Sandler. Chris Farley.
Chris Farley,
What
best buddy.
a great guy.
He was hilarious.
What a funny guy.
Hilarious.
One of his best friends was Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, his best friend was Norm Macdonald. John Belushi, another one who committed suicide on fucking heroin and cocaine. They all died the same way. They all died the same way. Actually, you were cursed if you did Saturday Night Live after the original group of guys. Them guys went on to do movies and every fucking thing else.
Yeah. If you want to read a good book, read a book called Live from New York. It's a book about Saturday Night Live, but it's done in a different way. It's little excerpts of people talking about the show, directors and all this, and it's really gets you in behind of all the shit, like the Coke delivery system they had and all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
There was one in there where they said that Chris Farley always wanted to make some people laugh, so Jay Moore said he had to take a shit, so he opened up the fucking studio office window and took a shit out the window in New York City. And I mean, there's just all these crazy stories in there. It's a really good book to give you how fucked up Saturday Night Live was. I mean, like, it was a drug festival and a party town, man. It was.
Yeah, well, that's where John.
Those people didn't get paid.
Yeah.
John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd together were hilarious. But see, here's the thing: is like people like John Belushi, like he was a great actor. He acted funny. He wasn't really like a funny type person. Like if you see him in interviews back then, he wasn't funny in the interviews. But now you see somebody like Adam Sandler or Norm or Robin Williams or whoever. They're always.
Did he do anything serious? Did he?
I think he did one serious movie, kind of like a romantic comedy type of thing. Serious, you know what I mean? In between comedy type of thing, you know. He died too early to do really anything, you know.
Him and John Candy. John Candy was
Well,
fucking.
Jim, his brother did well. He's good too, though. He's funnier than shit.
Yeah.
Jim Belushi. Yeah, I like him.
I liked his talk or his show, according to Jim or whatever. I liked that show. I really did, but I really didn't like anything else. Like when he was on the 80s, he drove me nuts. He was like on everything. Oh, Turner and Hooch, this and then. Now he's with a fucking dog. It's like, go home, man. You're not your brother. You know, it's like you two. Which one better?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I think his brother did okay by himself, and that's okay. That's okay. He just took over where his brother
Sure.
left off. You know, and he did okay for himself, and he rode on the coattails of his brother, and I know he did, but that's okay. He still made money on it, so
Yeah,
if
he
you can do
did
that,
good. He made a couple of good shows. I mean,
all right.
you know.
Name a movie where you wish they'd have never done a sequel.
Well,
So where
well,
the
I don't know
sequel
what.
not as good as the first, or it totally sucked. Oh,
Yeah,
Grease 2.
Grease 2 should have never made Grease 2.
Yes.
Okay. How about you? How about a sequel there, Niescab, that you really didn't like?
Oh God, that's a hard one, dude. That's a hard one. I
Oh,
can't say. I'm a loss.
Not like Rambo 2, you know, Star Wars.
Well, a lot of
Star
those.
Wars 2.
No, a lot of those were all
One
bad.
where you really like the first one.
Are those more like serieses? We're talking about like True Grit, the sequel like that, or
No, like the one right after, like Airplane, and then Airplane the sequel came the next year.
Airplane 2.
Airplane 2 and 3 and 5. So what show do you wish they'd have never done a sequel to?
What Fast and Furious?
Fast and Furious. I know. How fast can they fucking go, right?
Or any zombie shows.
Oh, the zombie movies are fucking stupid too.
They're
Now,
dying out.
I wish they'd have never made a scary movie 2, and then a Ghostbusters, and then a Ghostbusters 2. I wish they'd have just left Ghostbusters alone. They got to be the worst. They are the fucking worst.
You're talking about the Ghostbusters remake, though, because there was an actual Ghostbusters.
No, I know. I'm talking about 2. 2 is not that good. I didn't think it was that great. And another 2 that I didn't like.
Man.
Huh?
That one had the big marshmallow dude.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid, man. And then they had Caddyshack 2, which I thought was
that was stupid. I can't.
How about the one where Steven Seagal Under Siege 1 and 2? They didn't need 2 on the train. What a crock of shit that was.
Actually, there were 3 of them. There were 3 of them.
But Steven Seagal wanted a payday.
Yeah, and Die Hard. How many Die Hards are there? 4 or 5?
And Rocky. What a suck-ass sequel that was.
Yeah, now there's a whole spin-off with Creed.
Yeah, Creed.
Rocky.
Yeah,
Rocky,
his son. Yeah.
There's only 2 Rocky movies that I don't like. And that's being honest. 2 of them. And the one I don't like is because I just think it was done horribly. And that's the one with Tommy Morrison. I looked forward to seeing that one so much, and it sucked. And then the other one was the first time he came back and made the movie. I was like, okay, it's done now. But he made a lot of money off of it. And just like you re-jump in the Rambo franchise too, he made a lot of money off that. He's fucking older than both of you. I mean, he's like,
I think Star Wars was another one that was overdone. And
stop it now.
Oh yeah, Star Wars was way overdone, but
that's not. Star Trek is a space soap opera, just like NASA and the moon landing and all that other shit. You should love it.
No, I liked one Star Trek movie. out of all the Star Trek movies was the one where they went back in time and got the whales. Star Trek
probably the
4.
one ever. Come on, that's so lame. That movie was lame.
The Voyage Home. Leonard Nimoy did the whole movie. The
Fucking
Voyage Home. That was the best.
lame.
Oh no, I liked the original.
No,
I liked
no,
the original
Wrath of
first
Khan.
one.
The
The
Wrath
very
of Khan.
first,
The
the Wrath
second.
of Khan was a good one too.
No. The only one that they did good was when they went back to Frisco in 1985 or something, and they're
To
going
go back to get Spock. To go back
no,
and get Spock.
to go and get the
Yeah.
whales. To go and get the whales because they got Spock earlier in that movie. Then they got trapped in this thing was sucking the water off the planet Earth, and so they went around the sun and came back and got the whales because that was the sound they needed, and it crashed into the ocean, and then they had whales.
They couldn't find a CD with that fucking sound. They had to go way back. You know, that's so
And
stupid.
they brought that girl with them. They brought the girl back with them too.
Yeah, she jumped into the transporter and said,
Yeah.
"Hi, sorry." Yeah,
I thought that was the most greatest. And then he went into the one place and he invented a clear aluminum, transparent aluminum, for the guy. And the guy's going, well, you have more reaches than me.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. And when the Russian guy, what was his name?
Khrushchev, and he gets on the Enterprise, the ship that I was on to steal the energy out of their nuclear reactor. Oh, what a wonderful movie!
He's a Russian. He's asking a cop.
I know. It was a wonderful movie, man.
And the cops are like, "You fucking nuts, dude? He's Russian." Chekhov.
Great movie.
Chekhov. That's his name. Chekhov. Yeah. And then Scotty, they said, "Well, here's my computer," and he sits down at a keyboard, and he goes, "Computer."
Yeah.
And he says, "You have to use the keyboard." Oh, how primitive!
And he goes, "Hey, we're not allowed to alter time." And he goes, "How do we know he didn't invent it?"
Yeah.
The transparent aluminum. And he goes, because and then Khrushchev jumped off the edge of the aircraft carrier and fell on the elevator, and then they had to get him out of the hospital. And it was such a classic. That one was the best.
And then Doctor the doc, he goes in and he's walking in. This lady's laying in his bed, and she goes, "I got kidney failure." He goes, "These butchers."
Yeah.
And he gives her a pill. "Here, take this." And she takes the pill.
In the morning.
And then they walk him back by, and she's up dancing and shit. Goes, yeah, I'm cured.
Yeah, that's a picture. That's a picture of him reading Gracie, and she's telling him that he's pregnant, or she's pregnant, and it's what a great movie, man. What a well put together. Nimoy did that whole thing. Leonard Nimoy did the whole movie, directed it,
he directed
wrote it,
produced it. Yep, wrote it.
Everything.
I like the part where they're sitting down around the campfire and shit on the cliffs, by the cliffs. And, and they start singing this song, and Spock, he says, "Don't even ask me."
Well, we got to admit that those were pretty good ones. They weren't bad sequels anyway, but my favorite one was the Voyage Home.
Right.
Star Trek 4.
Yeah. But
I like those time machine movies that you go back in time, or they,
there's another one, Back to the Future.
That's a good one.
The second
one was pretty good.
The second one was good.
The best one of those was the Western. And the first one and the Western one where he goes to the old man.
Only thing good about it was Mary Steenburgen and what was it? Oh gosh, Mary Steenburgen and oh gosh, I can't think of. ZZ Top. ZZ Top was on it. Yeah, ZZ Top was on it. That was it.
Yeah, that one wasn't too great. I didn't like that one too much, but I really did like 1 and 2. I did. 1 was the best. If they would have left it at 1, it would have been fine. There would have been no problem. But I'll take 2. 3, I don't like at all.
Yeah. Well, did you know that? Wayne's World was going to do a third? It was supposed to land in 2016, but it didn't go because the new Ghostbusters movie came out and it didn't do it. It tanked at the box office, and they said, "Well, maybe we ought
Yeah.
to not fuck with it. Maybe we
Plus,
not test fate."
uh, Mike Myers and Dana Carvey, old ass men doing it.
Yeah. Well, now it would be. Now it definitely would be. But it was still funny. Mike Myers is fucking hilarious. I
Mike
thought Mike
Myers,
Myers.
I do like Mike Myers.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's funny.
Back to the Future. There it is, right there. Back to it's not you, it's your kids. You got to come check it out.
Those were pretty good sequels, though. I think that overall, those.
I think if you
those-
take the third one out, it's great. I don't like the third one. I thought it was lame. It went over the top.
Which one was the third one? The
The
Western?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
a Western. It had
I
ZZ
thought
Top
that
and
was
it
the
had Mary
best
Steenburgen.
one. I
Yeah.
thought that was the best one. It was
I
it
think
was
that's the
the
best, all three of them.
They
yeah,
called him Clint Eastwood. They called him Clint Eastwood.
great one. Great
Come
one.
on here, Eastwood. He
No.
puts the fucking he puts the metal on his chest and shit from a stove, the door off a stove. Puts
Yeah.
on his chest.
Doc gets drunk off of one shot,
Yeah.
falls on the floor. They make him up a concoction.
He'd hold his nose shut and pour it down his gullet. He put a fucking.
Your hatred for the 80s made you not like a lot of things.
Yeah.
I do.
I think that's it. I think it's an
Yeah.
issue with. I think it's his brain is a little bit lopsided, and he can't get
I
past
don't know.
81. He can't get
Yeah.
past 81.
It's like it's right here for a few minutes, years, decades. Oh,
No, just the 80s was a bad decade for the whole world.
How does it feel? Yeah.
For everything.
love-
Cars. Remember in the 80s, they invented that fucking seatbelt that when you get in and close the door, it goes. Remember those?
I remember those.
Yeah.
Who the fuck hadn't had one of those bad fucking deals, man?
Yeah.
Everything they did in the 80s sucked.
I love the 80s.
Music, cars,
Oh, the
I love
everything.
the fucking Gremlin. Wasn't the Gremlin an 80s car? And the
No,
Chevette?
that's more 70s. The Chevette, yeah, I think Chevette. Gremlin was more 70s, but there was another car. Oh my God, we had it. It was like the
There was
Dodge
a
Omni and a Plymouth.
60s gremlin. There was a gremlins in the 60s.
No. Here, wait a minute. I'll look it up.
Swatting flies up back.
I remember them in Riverside.
Yeah, let's look that up.
1968, a 68 gremlin. I wanted one in 1968.
Yeah. I wanted one in never.
I thought they were the coolest car in the world. I could go to the beach and sleep in the back hatch, you know?
Yeah.
I thought they
I forgot.
but
what the
I was a kid. I didn't realize they were junk on the road.
Right. We had a Woody station wagon, and I faced.
It was the AMC Pinto of the fucking AMC.
They made the AMC. It was from 1974 to 1978, made by American Motor Corporation. It was right before they went out of business. And it was the same time they brought out the Toyota Corolla, the Chevy Vega, the Ford Pinto, including the Volkswagen Beetle, small domestic.
Pinto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they made them.
What was the other AMC cars that were big?
1970 to production was 1970 to 1978. I was wrong.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
70. I think it was even 69.
1970. Yeah, the Gremlin. Ugly fucking
Yeah.
car.
Yeah,
Ugly
So
fucking car.
they were
AMC
advertising
had
them
some good.
69.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the 70 model probably.
Yeah, they were bringing out. It
So,
probably came out in '69, but they
right.
don't count it. They call it like right now. You've got the 2022 trucks and cars in the lots now. If you can
Right.
get one with a computer chip in it.
But
Yeah.
I did have a Vega. So
You did. You had a Vega. I had a.
Yeah.
I had a Chevette for a short while.
I had
yeah,
a bus.
Now, yeah, I had a 1967 Chevy 2 with 3 on a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had a 1968 Cougar.
1968 Cougar. Yeah, sweet. What's the oldest
I
car
had-
you ever had, Guido?
Uh, it would have to be the 74 Buick. Oh my God. Holy fuck. I forgot what. Oh, Oldsmobile 442, 74.
74 Olds
Yeah.
442. I had a
Yeah.
72. I had a 72 Olds 442. It was
Yeah.
gold. It was gold with white fucking wide pinstripes on the hood.
Mm.
Fuck yeah.
My brother stole or something a Gran Torino back
Yeah.
in the day. I remember 80. He had a
Yeah.
1972 Gran Torino or something like that movie Gran Torino. Same car.
Yeah. Yeah. He also took a guy and took his car because he owed him money for dope. And he said, I take your car. And so he signed his pink slip over to him. It was a powder blue Chevy Impala, a 74 Chevy Impala.
Yeah.
Nice car.
My
Nice
dad, my dad had
leather
a.
seats and shit.
Yeah.
Baby blue with a white fucking velour top. It was fucking sexy car, man.
Uh,
It really was.
when I was younger, my dad drove us around in a 68 Chevy Impala with the 3 on the tree and the
Yeah,
it was beautiful. Nice car. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Nice
That was our
car.
drive around car. Yeah.
Well, they had, 68, they had padded dash. Prior to that, I remember I had one, it was an old Plymouth 50s or something. They had a steel dashboard, there was no, I had a 65 truck too, Dodge pickup.
Yeah,
That fucker
yeah.
had a steel dashboard too. It didn't have no padding on that dash.
No,
No,
I had a 69 Chevy van, one of the smaller vans that they had back then. It was solid steel on the dashboard. The steering wheel,
Yeah.
the steering wheel on that
You want
fucker
to talk
was
about
fucking big, dude.
you
Oh, it
want
was
to
huge.
talk about not safe? My mom's boyfriend's a car collector. He's got a 27. Oh my God, what is it? A 27 Roadster and it's like no protection on that thing. You're like,
No,
and then he's got like a 34 Coupe de Ville. I mean, he's got car or something like that. He's got cars all over the place. He buys them and sells them, and it's crazy. People, the other day, he bought a 78 Camaro once, and for whatever he paid for, and sold it for like $3,000 more, and didn't do
wow.
shit to him. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm in the
What
wrong
the fuck?
business.
I
Yeah,
think a 67 Camaro would be awesome price right now.
yeah. A buddy of
Or
mine
a
had
GTO. And, there's nothing in the 80s car that I would want to keep. There's nothing. I can't think of one car from the 80s that I'd want to have make
You
a
want to know
classic
about
out of.
you want to,
looked it up.
go ahead.
1985 Chevy Monte SS. Fucking
Monte Carlo.
yeah, it's fucking great car, fast car, beautiful car. That car was one of the best
Wasn't
cars.
the
It
Trans Am? Wasn't the Trans Am an '80s car?
came out in
No.
'78, hit its peak in the early '80s. Yes,
Yeah.
Trans Am's
Trans-
biggest sales market were 80.
Well, wasn't Smokey and the Bandit '77?
77.
Yeah,
That's the year it came out.
Yeah.
Whatever year that was, but it was big until the mid '80s.
Nah.
And then you had because the early
Nope.
'80s guys that listened to REO Speedwagon and shit drive those cars around.
Yeah.
Nobody
Back on
wants
the
one
road
from the
again.
year of the 80s. The 80s screwed up every car they built.
'80s
Well-
went a less stylish look and more about safety. That's what happened. It was more
Yeah.
of an industrial.
And gas mileage. It was all
Right.
about gas mileage after
Sure.
the
Yeah,
gas
they
Or
were
prices.
so-
experimenting. They were experimenting, and
Yeah.
it fucked everything up. But they
Yeah.
were experimenting. They
Chrysler went under because of it. Chrysler would fucking belly up because of it.
hell,
It took
so
Lee
did AM.
Iacocca to save it.
pretty
Lee
soon,
Iacocca saved it.
pretty soon we won't have to any maintenance on no motors. You know, no oil changes,
No oil
no spark
changes, no none of
plugs.
that.
It's gonna be all, you know, if it works or it don't work, you know.
Right, right. Now you have to replace sensors and cables, and
Yeah.
and you'll have to replace your computer. You'll have to the expensive shit. Ain't none of it gonna
Ain't
be
none of us
cheap.
see that. And ain't none of us gonna see that. The big oil companies ain't never gonna let that happen. Watch. Ain't never gonna let that happen. Ain't
I don't know,
never
bud.
gonna let that happen.
It's
Ain't
coming
never
to that. But then again, you
If they
know,
don't-
only thing we got to do nowadays, everything's so
understand.
electronic that all you got to do is change the fucking oil. You don't have to set the timing. You don't have to change points. You don't have
Yeah.
to do nothing anymore like we
Yeah.
used to. And
No
if you
coil.
had to, you'd have to go to a school to get it to learn how to take it apart and put it back together nowadays.
But the thing you need, the biggest thing you need is the oil to run that vehicle and the gas to run that vehicle. And where does that come from? The Middle
Your
East.
wallet.
And they'll go
Your
to war
wallet.
for that. That
Yeah.
ain't gonna
I mean,
happen.
that's what you do when you work. You're just a slave to them motherfuckers.
You're a pleb.
We
You're a
all are.
pleb.
We
all
all are. We all
plebs.
are slaves to
And
the
those
corporation.
fancy electric cars that they're coming out with and all that shit, sooner or later it's going to be so outpriced that only the elite are going to be able to drive cars, just like they do in North Korea, just like they do in China. Only the elite, not the plebs. We're the
Right.
plebs. We're not going to get
Right.
cars. We're going to depend on public transportation only.
Yeah, because that's what they do. Is they work it up for you so that you can okay, they're using our money in a good way, and then they're gonna just pull the opposite right up from underneath you and say, you know, these are expensive. This is the price. We're banning gas. If you can't get a ride or buy one of these, then you have to take public transportation. Absolutely, that was what would happen
Well,
because none of us are gonna be able to afford it.
back to the movies. Death Wish was pretty well stretched out too.
How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know where he came from that. I don't get it. And we're talking about cars and shit, and we got 3 minutes left on the show, and then he fucking takes the ball and he throws it in, and it's a curveball. Say Death Wish. We're done
He
talking
throws the
about
ball.
movies. 10 minutes
He throws
now.
it
We're talking about
backwards. He
cars.
throws it backwards. He throws the
Yeah.
ball backwards. Like, oh, remember that conversation we had 17 years ago? No. We're now, right now.
About
We're in the here and now, dude.
Yeah.
about what?
Because he
About
thinks
anything.
he's gonna get an electric car. This is what he thinks. Is he's getting an electric car. He's not getting one. Not
Right.
getting it.
No, he's not gonna get it. It's just
No.
like the shot. Just like the shot. Anyway, hey, we got 2 minutes left. I wanted to let everybody know that Sunday through Saturday, we have shows lined up. We've got on Monday nights, we've got Bexy. We've also on Wednesday midday, we've got Wild Bill Hill, and Wednesday nights we've got Gonzo on KGFRocks.com. Thursday night is Vance Town Show. Really a good show. You got to check that out. Also, midday on Fridays, we've got Wild Bill Hill again, midday. And then we also have, Tits in My Eye. And we also have Saturday night, we have, of course, Gonzo one more time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. And then Sunday morning, we have the free brunch program. That's me, Sunday morning with the best classic rock anywhere. Okay. I gave a punchline to everybody. We got about a minute left. What you got? You got anything else there? Death Wish?
No, have a good one, guys. See you next week, and be careful. You know, don't listen to everything you hear, and You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Okay, Guido, one more.
Don't listen to everything you hear. Take your own damn advice.
Don't believe everything you hear. That's what he meant to say, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Don't believe everything you hear, because especially on the Freaking After Dark show.
Right.
Right.
Especially on the Freaking. Well, we've beaten this one to death. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to kgfrocks.com. You can also now find us on Odyssey, and you can also find us on wherever you go. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.